Kebe Menskole sells her cornbread. She has a nice baking business here, enough to support her 4 children around her. Buy the cornbread, eat it hot, she cries. Kebe is doing well, but it wasn't always so. This is what she fled. From 1989 and for 14 years, sporadic civil war overturns life in Liberia. Amid factional fighting, 250,000 die. Thousands more lose their homes and flee the fighting. Any way they can, they flee. They come to Ghana, for them a stable country, a haven. They come to stay, but for how long? This, just the start of their quest for human security. Kebe and her children were among them. She's Liberian, a refugee. The war split her family.
There was an attack in our village that day, and we all separated. I went my own way, and my parents went another side. So it was friends who brought me to Monrovia, and through friends I came in Ghana.
That was 10 years ago. Along with thousands of others, she came to stay here in the Budabaram refugee settlement near Accra, the Ghanaian capital. With no source of income, Kebe begged for food, searched through rubbish for anything she could sell. She feared for herself, for her children. Her story mirrored by thousands of others. At the height of the Civil War, most of the 42,000 refugees in Budabaram were Liberian. In western Ghana, at the Cresand refugee settlement, Liberians were among 1,700 refugees from different countries. Some in Ghana, like Kebe, are here still, years after peace has returned to Liberia. Thousands have left to live elsewhere in Ghana. Others have returned home to Liberia. But whatever path they choose, how to rebuild lives like Kebe's, how to give refugees the security they need, integrate them into society, how to find the way ahead. To have lasting security, they have to find work that can earn them a living, and for that, they need practical skills. And the key to that, training. A key priority identified by the Ghanaian Government Refugee Board.
We are mostly interested in ensuring that refugees who leave this place are able to look after themselves, to earn a living for themselves. For us, that's the most important thing.
And the training is happening. It's examination day for these trainees at Budabaram. They wear colored-coded labels to show their different levels of skill. It's all part of a program that began in 2007. The United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, has been helping train refugees, working with its partners FAO and UNHCR as UN joint program, with key funding from the Japanese government through the UN Trust Fund for Human Security.
Today we have people who had virtually no education, no skills, coming out with their trainings, not only in vocational trainings, but also an intensive training on entrepreneurship trainings, which is giving them the competencies to be able to set up their own businesses.
That's because courses also cover entrepreneurship, business management and marketing. Over 1,300 refugees and host community members have received training in these business skills. Baking skills are popular, but also FAO trains people in farming to increase food security. UNHCR works to improve living conditions in the camps, everything from sanitation to education and health. Together, the agencies have been working with the Ghanaian government. The goal, to ensure refugees' security, to give them a sustainable future, to protect them from threats by empowering them, strengthening their resilience, reinforcing self-reliance.
For a lot of refugees, they're forced to leave their livelihoods behind. Those who come at a very young age are forced to drop out of school, and a very critical part of getting their lives back and becoming less dependent on international aid is being self-reliant. What this program really aims to do is to ensure that they have some basic skill sets, so that whether they return to Liberia or live in Ghana or are resettled to a third country, they have some basic set of skills to provide for themselves and for their families.
The goal of the training, to enable refugees to set up their own small businesses and to earn a living for themselves and their families. The 6-month courses cover a range of skills. Some, like the women here, learn domestic trades like hairdressing. Others, mostly men, learn skills like carpentry and welding. Over 2,000 refugees and host community members have benefited. At the end of the course, internationally recognized training certificates are provided by the National Vocational Training Institute. And that's what changed Kebe's life. At the camp, she learned how to bake bread and cookies and to make money by selling her produce. She started her business with seed money of just $12. Does she want to go back to Liberia? Yes, one day, when she has enough money to start her business there. But for now, she's proud of what she's achieved.
I can pay for my bill, I have a television, I have a freezer, I have an Xbox. I can afford to buy little clothes for my children. And I will manage there, we will eat, we will drink, we will bath, we will get slippers, and they will go to school. Yeah. It changed my life a lot. People who don't respect me at all, people respect me this day because I don't go and beg them for anything.
Economic security is key. But in the beginning, many local people weren't keen on having refugees here, resentful that they got free services which locals have to pay for. For the program to work, refugees needed to establish their businesses and build clientele. They needed close ties with surrounding communities.
The local communities should be able to say that they have benefited, they have gained something out of hosting the refugees here. And so for that reason, whatever program or whatever assistance that is provided for the refugees, we try to make sure that some of it goes into the community.
So 1/5 of the training programs are intended just for locals. Many of the trainers are local people. When FAO help improve food supplies, local communities benefit from better nutrition. And when refugees start their cottage industries, their suppliers profit from increased business, their customers benefit from the increased income and spending. But what of those who chose to return home to Liberia? Since 2008, UNHCR has helped several thousand Liberians who chose to go home. Thousands more have left spontaneously. It hasn't been easy. Last December, Doris Wonderful Stevens came home to the Liberian capital, Monrovia, and set up her beauty care salon with the skills she'd learned at Budabaram. She still remembers the time when she had to leave, just a teenager.
My father and my brother got killed during the war. And later on, my other brother got killed. So I lost about 5 family members from my family. So we were trying to find our way out. And we divided on the road. My mother went different places. Me and my auntie, we went to Ghana.
It's nice. Very beautiful.
Doris was devastated by the loss of her family members, but she's been determined to move on. She's teamed up with other former Budabaram refugees to run the beauty care salon. Many, like her, those who were young when they left, have found it tough to return to their friends and relatives they left behind.
When I came, my family don't know because I spent about 15 years in Ghana. They don't know what I was doing there. So when I came back, I came as a new person to my family. They don't know that I'm into business or into beauty care, they don't know. So when I came, I told my nieces in the house, oh, I can do this, I can do that. This one the first?
Independence. That's the word that springs readily to Doris's lips now. The feeling that she can make her own way in the world, and the human security that comes with it. The feeling her skills have given her.
It makes me feel that a woman, you have a role to play in a society. You can depend on yourself as a woman. You don't have to depend on a man before the man give you money before you do anything, but on your own. If you decide to be a good career woman and you go into that trade, you will get an idea tomorrow. Even when you start from a very small shop, so long you are very business-minded, at times go by in life you have a bigger shop.
Today, back in Ghana, Buddha Baram houses fewer than 11,000 refugees, little more than a quarter of the population at the height of the Liberian Civil War. Kebe can look forward to the future.
I want our business big. I want to have a place, a big place that the name will be Kebe Cornbread Center. I want for them to have my t-shirts. If possible, I will teach people and let them receive what I receive. That is my dream.
Hers a more secure future. These are enduring images. For those refugees who've stayed in Ghana or gone home to Liberia, becoming self-reliant has transformed their lives. From devastation and conflict, they've found the way ahead to human security and peace with the help of the UN Joint Programme. Their journey continues.